Oh, I didn't know we were live. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Africa because apparently people don't know where Egypt is, which is in Africa. Because a lot of people don't know that Egyptians are still African.
Black.
Yeah, they're still black. So I am Egypt or Africa. Followed by my co-host, Indian and Mexican. Go.
Hi. Which is which?
Whoever is India and whoever is Mexico can pick one.
Conda. I would like to be Mexican. I've already done the Conda somber song, so no, I am Mexican. Conda.
No.
God
You're
damn,
Mexico. One of you is Mexico, one of you is Asia. Pick one.
One of me Asia. It's crowded over there.
Wait, which Asian are we talking about? Which language?
India.
Is Asian? Oh, I don't know the Indian language, so Conda.
It's crowded over there.
I don't give a flying monkey.
You don't get to choose. Just
you play Yakuza.
I said Conda. Speaking of that, I got that today for free.
Yeah, fuck.
It's free on PS Plus.
Fuck them. All right, fuck it.
Yakuza Kawaii?
Kiwami. I will murder you.
Hey, Yakuza is cute.
It's Kiwami. It's not Yakuza cute. That doesn't make any sense.
It is today.
You fucker. Anywho.
Thank you.
Shut the fuck. Anywho. Moving on. I believe that first little indication was the first subject we were going to talk about. People wanting black people. Is it blacks in Overwatch? Which
no, they need to change their words.
Yes, which is fucking weird because apparently, according to some polls that I did, not only on Twitter and on my GroupMe chats, various ones. Yeah, if you're from Egypt, you're still black. That's
you're African.
Yeah.
Just like how you're well. Wildstreet's not. He's a different, but he's still considered black. I am considered African American. I am a descendant of African that lives here in American.
Yeah, it's called Budubudwa.
They needed to just word it better to put it saying that we want African American or Black American women in the game. Because if you just say black, you're gonna look stupid.
Yeah.
They want ghetto hoochie mamas in Overwatch, basically.
We pretty much want women that twerk in Overwatch. Got you.
Yeah, you get a woman that twerks on Overwatch, that game will die the same fucking day.
I mean, Widowmaker sticks her ass out already.
Widowmaker's a sniper. She has to. And she's powered.
No, Widowmaker purposely be doing that.
Yeah, whatever. Alright, what about May, though? What about May?
May
wears a long coat.
Okay, put May in her pajamas and see how quick.
You can tell she has one, but it's kind of covered. She just got them thick thighs.
Yeah, put May in the pajama outfit, and you tell me that's the same thing.
It's still.
I would love that.
Because her shirt.
Not really.
Widows is literally out there because she wears fucking spandex.
Like a fucking fruitcake. Language.
She's gonna have yellow spandex next.
Speaking of, Spider-Man is a good game. You should buy it. Sony.
Oh, speaking of Spider-Man, did you know that because apparently Venom did so well that Sony will be now be able to keep the rights to Spider-Man?
Son of a bitch! Why did that movie even do well?
Because it's Venom.
Okay.
People still want to go see it, regardless if the movie is rated bad or not. It still made box office and it still made money.
I've seen the movie. I can tell you what I thought of it.
I wanted to see the movie, but I would like to hear your opinion.
It wasn't okay. It wasn't necessarily good. You know how certain movies, you know how a lot of movies, usually the first one is the better one, and then the sequels are shit.
Underworld 2, Underworld 3, Underworld 4, Underworld 5.
Yeah.
I mean, Underworld 3 was okay. Yeah.
You know how usually, the first one. I feel like with Venom, and I'm going out on a limb here. I feel like with Venom, it's gonna actually go how it's supposed to, where the first one is barely even average, and then the sequels be better.
Yeah, Deadpool 2 was the opposite, which is funny.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh God, it was still a good movie.
Yeah,
I like part 1 better.
I like Deadpool 1 better than Deadpool 2, but
I did too. I mean, you're not the only one in this party that thinks that. Deadpool 2 was okay, but it was just like
it was okay.
It was just like okay.
I think Venom, like, because okay, so without too many spoilers, there's a lot of setup for the Venom movie, and I think that hurts it a little bit in terms of the pacing of it. So, and when Venom actually gets into the movie, by the time he shows up, the movie feel like it ends within like, even though it was longer than that, but longer than 15 minutes. But I feel like I looked it down like, damn, the movie's over already. It felt like he just got in there. So I feel like without the setup shit,
it kind of did like the Hulk, where you didn't see the Hulk for like a good hour, and then
no, it did not do that.
No, it didn't do that. Like, so the first like 30, 35 minutes is, well, the first 10, 15 minutes, the first 20 is basically Eddie Brock. Seeing, Eddie Brock is pretty much, he becomes shit after a while. So you gotta get that across. That he becomes pretty much, he becomes a loser basically. Then the next maybe 15, it introduces Venom. But by the time Venom's actually doing Venom thing, it felt short, but it wasn't. It was still like a hour of Venom in the movie. It just felt short because everything was fast paced. Like, he was in the movie for a while. It wasn't like Hulk, where he was in the movie for like 20 minutes and that was it. Venom was legit in the movie for almost 45 minutes to an hour. It just by the time it was over. It felt like it was just done. So I feel like in this case the sequel should be better because it will have less setup, at least for him.
Yeah, for me, from like a Marvel fan, because we watched it at work the other day because they bootlegged it and put it on our screen, on a screen. From a Marvel fan, a lot of shit in that movie didn't make any sense. It was kind of stupid, and even if you bypass, hey, stop being a fan, it's they're taking the liberties. A lot of shit in that movie didn't add up. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Prime example, like spoiler alert.
Venom.
This man
taking the girl and she's being fine.
Yes. Venom change of heart happened when he goes on top of a rooftop and looks at the city. With no explanation besides that. It's so pretty up here. I like the planet now. Okay, I'm a good guy. Like, what? Like, I don't care what anybody says. That's not how that works. Yes.
I have a question about Venom. Isn't...
What was your question?
No, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, he's an anti-hero, right?
Yes. That means he will kill the villains.
Yes.
He will kill them. He will not show them any mercy. Granted, when he first started off...
Certain Venom.
Yes.
Certain Venoms are true heroes.
Yeah, but when he first... Like, Agent Venom. But when he first came out... one of the first things this man ever did as a hero, when he decided to become a hero, was there was a lady being mugged in the alleyway. He came down there, killed the mugger, ate him, patted the lady on the head, saying it's nice being a hero, and then swung off while the lady was super fucking confused and was like, what the hell? And he said, it's tough being a hero out here. I'm like, okay, Venom. See, that stuff like that did get a part in the movie. But then other things in the movie were just like, okay. Prime example. You couldn't even really see Venom when he was fighting. You barely saw him. You saw blurs. That man became Sonic the Hedgehog. Riot, spoiler alert, was also Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. Second, let's put my Marvel glasses back on. Okay. Riot, alright. Yes, Riot is the biggest symbiote, the biggest son of Venom. Now, in no blue fucking moon is Riot ever going to beat Venom. Do you know why? Because the person that's usually inside of Riot's suit is a kind of an idiot. So, I'm just going off of, like, I saw Venom beat all his kids at once before. I mean, come on, guys. Why did you have to use Riot as the villain and not just Carnage? Riot was fighting like a fusion of Carnage and fucking Riot.
Well, I think I know why they did Riot instead of Carnage.
For a sequel?
No, well, outside of that, do you understand how much setup that would have fucking been?
Oh no, I already thought of that part too. Prime example, right? Do you know how Carnage got the suit in actual like comic book lore? He got the suit for when they both were in prison. Venom broke out. Then a piece of the symbiote stayed on the wall when it broke out, and it got on the Clash's Clay or whatever the hell his name is, right? And
Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah, Cletus Cassidy. I was about to call it Cassius Ono for some reason. Anywho, it got onto his skin, and that's how Carnage was born. Now, after he did the thing that he did at the beginning, right? They could have easily put him in jail with him to make him seem crazy.
Yeah, but see, you have to remember the problem with that is they had to set up Eddie Brock to be how he's supposed to be.
Which is dumb.
He has so much. Well, that they wanted. Well,
I know what they did. Story. Yeah, they wanted an origin story, but they did it slightly like I'm a little confused here. Second, another thing that blew me is when they said, and Venom straight up said this, "You remind me of me from my planet. I was also a loser," and I was like, "Nani?" Venom in the comics from his planet, the corpse or something like that. It's something I keep forgetting their actual name, right? Was one of the strongest on their goddamn planet. To turn him into a loser was just fucking odd to me. I'm sorry, but like I said, my gripes are both as a movie standpoint and as a comic book fan standpoint. They didn't make any sense. And then why in the fuck would Venom and Riot Sonic the Hedgehog? I still don't get that part. And then I didn't see anything until after they fused together for 2 seconds. I'm not lying here. They were both Sonic the Hedgehog. I was like, oh my god, are we watching Sonic the Hedgehog the movie early? This is an early screening.
And why you gotta remind me of that movie coming on next year?
But yeah, Venom for me, it was also 50-50. It was 50% no, and then 50% okay. This movie's pretty okay.
Like I said, it's one of those movies. I think the sequel will be way better than.
Yeah, the sequel should be better. But the person that got to play Carnage, I was like, I don't think that's a good casting choice.
Working. Just the wig, that's just not working.
Yeah, that shit was not working in the slightest. Like Woody Harrelson, come on, guys. Woody Harrelson. So how is he gonna get my question is now, how is he gonna get the suit? Because everybody knows that Carnage is Venom's son, so it's now confusing.
I mean, he can always still go to jail and get the symbiote. That's why they didn't put it in the first one. It's just way too much setup. That shit would have been overly long. He had the first setup, Eddie Brock being basically first. That's why they didn't put Carnage in there. Because first you had to set up the entire Eddie Brock downfall scenario.
Yeah.
So you had to first start with him being on top, and then you had to start with him basically becoming a bitch. You gotta go through all that. Then you gotta go through him getting Venom. And then to add Carnage in there would have been a whole nother sucker. Then you had to introduce Cletus Cassidy and all this other shit.
Actually, you really don't have to like introduce him. Like they could have had somebody read a file of Cletus of Carnage. They could have actually just had somebody read his fucking dossier, like to the audience, and call it a day. Because that's not something they in the comics. They didn't even introduce him like that. They just read a dossier, or you just knew his crimes based off of where he was and what prison he was in the Marvel comics, and the fact that he was in the fucking straitjacket and his face is stuck on perma smile. Then when Carnage gets him, his face is stuck on perma smile, which is fucking creepy.
But you have to remember one thing though, man. This is
I know. This is Sony.
No, this is people, and people don't understand and can't absorb too much information at one time.
Oh yeah.
So
you know what would have been hilarious though if they put Toxic in the movie, and I would have said, "How the fuck you put Toxic without Carnage?" Yeah, but let me stop being funny. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say on that. The movie was okay. Next, I wanted to ask. I believe E4 had this topic she wanted to bring up. It's about realism in games now.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I just wanted you guys' opinion.
Are you high?
On shut up on the realism. I wish the realism.
The fuck?
In games, like playing Red Dead 2. Like this game looks amazing. I like that certain details about it because I look at it as well through my artist glasses. I like that I can see the muscles in the horse's legs, the veins, and the simple stuff like. And unfortunately, horse penis and horse shit. You can actually see the horses actually are shitting in this game. They move their tails and they shit. Very disgusting. I also like though too, like if you kill something, like I shot a deer. The deer fell down. Deer wasn't completely dead. I actually stabbed the deer to kill it, and then its eyes closed and all that other kind of cool stuff. Tongue got stuck out. Just all that other kind of things.
I shot it.
Good for you. There's certain things like, of course, with you falling off a cliff, of course you're gonna either take a lot of health or die. That makes sense. But is realism to the point where you now have to eat and you become overweight or underweight, and the weather and then all this other kind of stuff? Are they going just a bit too far in games and things like that? Because I swear to goodness, now they have a thing where saying, "Oh, you overfed your horse," or "You did this." I literally will stop playing.
Actually, you can overfeed your horse.
No, I mean obviously you can, but if they're just, "Ooh, what's that over there?" Sorry, I'm still playing the game and something caught my eye. But even you, when you said you played Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you was like, "Hey, what was it that ended up happening? Was it like you can't have
metal outside while it's raining?
Yeah, no metal outside when it's...
You'll get shocked and die immediately."
I don't play video games to have so much goddamn realism in it, where it's like, I just want to get you guys' opinion on what the cutoff, or if they're just getting a little bit too realistic in video games.
Darkwave, you can go ahead and go first.
So the question is video games becoming too realistic?
Yeah.
I will say no. And the only reason why I say that is because stuff like that has been happening since PS2 days. Well, I think the problem is that it's games that people aren't used to that go that route, and it just changes up everyone's perspective. Like, if you remember the first, let's use Red Dead Redemption for example, since it's the most recent. If you look at Red Dead 1, you didn't have to feed your horse, you didn't have to feed yourself. Your weapon wheel was pretty much there at all times. You didn't have to take it off a horse and carry it around and, sometimes forget about it. It was there whenever you wanted it. And the moment you see Red Dead 2, people expected, that to happen. It's the same thing even with Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is something no other Zelda game has done. Yeah, Zelda games, Ocarina and Skyward Sword, they were all open world-ish. They pretty much had an open world feel, and they were open world, but they never had to a point where, electricity can, will shock you if you're carrying a metal sword, or, your stick will burn to nothing if you put it in fire, stuff like that. At least not to that degree. So...
they had the stick thing before.
Yeah, but, Breath of the Wild degree, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, to that degree. Yeah. Now, but, realism in games has always been there. I mean, you look at Fable, it was slightly there with certain things. Matter of fact, let's use San Andreas. You had to eat. If you ate too much in San Andreas, you gained weight. If you worked out, you get muscular. If you don't, you become a skinny prick. So, stuff has been like that. And I will say they've definitely amped it up, in certain games, especially Red Dead Redemption, where if I had to say Red Dead Redemption outside of maybe an actual simulator is probably one of the more, I guess, realistic-ish type of games. There's still some things that doesn't make any, just swiping my gun down automatically increases the damage of it. But
yeah.
But
you get cold. You got to put on your cold clothing.
Yeah, well, I think that happened. I mean, that was in Zelda. So, and you have to think, and you have to look at it from, I guess, Rockstar's perspective or open world perspective, and this is something everyone has to get used to, because at the end of the day, it all starts with Breath of the Wild and the games like Breath of the Wild and Witcher and so on and so forth. Look what those games did. Breath of the Wild, despite it being realistic and actually giving a shit about its physics, it was probably, for some people, game of the year.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
You look at Witcher. I never really played Witcher, so I don't know how into the realism it is. But the open world aspect was so massive that even that was praised. So when you look at something like, Red Dead Online, you gotta look at it as it has to be in the Breath of the. In some cases, they probably think, well, if we don't do Breath of the Wild category, then it's not, it's not exceeding, it's not going past that limit. And since Breath of the Wild and Witcher 3 are the new standard for open world games, it's just something people got to get used to. Like, I have no issue with it, honestly. I really didn't. It sucks that, I'm continuously underweight, but it's nothing that I have an issue with. So for me, it's not a huge problem. It's something we've seen, just not to the extent, and people who like open world games just need to get used to it.
I mean, all right, so from like a perspective of somebody who's played all these games, right? First things first, I've played fucking Breath of the Wild excessively, but there's one fatal flaw with that slight thing, right? Where first of all, Breath of the Wild is realistic to a flaw. You know what that major flaw is? The weapons degrade like fucking paper. Like, why did they do that? Who asked them to do that? I don't want to do that at all in this fucking game, right? Second, did it not, like, technically in Breath of the Wild, you don't have to eat. And yes, you get cold, but the only problem when you get cold is you can't, like, you shake a lot more, so you can't aim your arrows and nothing like that. That's fine, but it doesn't stop you from doing shit. It also just, if somebody's attacking you, it fucks you up. So survival elements. Certain survival elements of that game were fine, but certain other ones don't make no sense. Right? Again, one of the best examples is your fucking degrading system. It's stupid. But in terms of that game being the standard, there was another game that came out the same year, just I believe like a month before or after that game, or a month before. Does anybody remember what that game is?
What game?
It's called Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That game is fucking fantastic. It is also still one of some people's Game of the Year contenders, as well as Breath of the Wild. In fact, during my Game of the Year nominees, I put them both in the same spot because they're both fucking that damn good. They have each other's flaws, and they have parts of each other they could have. If they both were made by the same company, that'd probably be the greatest game of all time. You know what I mean? But
with Horizon Zero Dawn, there's survival. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but there's the survival thing in that game. So they didn't have it where there was parts of it where some days it would rain, sometimes it's raining. If you're just, it's the pretty much basic stuff. Like if you're just standing there not doing anything and don't have the game pause, she'll just sit there and rub her shoulders and stuff, and then just try to warm her hands up. Her arrows, if you try to shoot, she wasn't shivering or none of that other kind of stuff. You can go out of there even with her wearing half-naked clothing and stuff like that and garments, and she wouldn't have that. It was pretty much the same standard stuff of you fall off a cliff or you fall off of, one of the machines and stuff that she was riding off of a high point. You're gonna die.
But like I said, and there comes a standard. There is a certain standard, like The Witcher. You don't have to eat in The Witcher. You technically don't really have to do anything in The Witcher besides do what you want to do. You can do whatever the fuck you want in The Witcher. Hence why that game is fantastic. But when it comes to something like Red Dead, what were you saying?
Let me just say something about Red Dead to maybe say to the naysayers. To be honest, you don't even have to do that in Red Dead. To be perfectly honest,
your health will keep going down. That's like if you get sick. If you get sick, your health is going to constantly decrease. You're going to be having a miserable time getting into a firefight. which is fucking stupid.
Yeah, you'll have a miserable time. Like, your health core will go down. And like I said, if you're good enough, you can attempt it.
Yeah, you can. Raped. Yeah. But you know, beyond that, like not eating, not doing anything, underweight, you're not only going to be not able to run fast, you're going to be freaking, you can't aim. And which is also stupid because if you don't clean your gun, you also can't aim. So it's like a whole bunch of shit you got to look out for just for this one simple task of just shooting your gun. But it also comes to my point that I do believe a lot of games are starting to become a little too fucking realistic. Red Dead being one of them. It's again, I just played a game where I am a cowboy and I do have a weapon wheel and everything. You can eat, you can do everything you want, right? And you know, you don't really have to do any of that, and the game doesn't penalize you for, you know, oh, I didn't eat, so you can't run fast. No, the game just lets you do things. It doesn't have 3 core meters. It doesn't have this or that. You don't have to run everywhere and everything. There was more fast traveling in the first Red Dead, which is hilarious, right? It's getting to the point where if I play the next Grand Theft Auto and they say, "Oh, you gotta gas your car up," I'm not gonna fucking say, "Oh well."
Like
That's too much. That's too much. That to me that would be way too fucking much. Oh, you have to put gas in the car. No. I'm done. I'm done there at that point because you have to also take care of your horse. It's too much. And again,
well. I just don't feel like it. Like for me, like from when I've played, I'm on chapter 6. I've played many of hours.
Yes.
All like the eating and the feeding the horse and the eating.
Yeah.
Though it's there, it's never really been a problem for me because I don't necessarily do it every 5 minutes like some people are assuming you have to do it. Like for me, I maybe feed my horse like if I'm on the game for 6 hours, maybe once every hour and a half or something.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't even like feed myself. Like that's what I mean. Like the biggest problem with the game to me, honestly, is not the eating. It isn't the drinking. It's mainly the fucking traveling.
Oh yeah, that too. That's a part of it. That actually is a part of it being super realistic. Like you have to do that. But the food and stuff like that. It's so for me anyway. I don't do it, but so often that it doesn't. Like when I do it, it seems I just go to a satchel. Eat and I keep it moving. It doesn't like, in a sense, it doesn't bother me because then I gotta have to stop, wait for a loading screen. You know, it's seamless. So for me, it doesn't bother me too much. That traveling does, but everything else kind of just is. Yeah, the traveling is another part that I was gonna bring up. At least Breath of the fucking Wild, Horizon, and all of these other games have a fast travel system, and that's why I even have to honestly say, hold up a second. Even fucking Assassin's Creed has a fucking fast travel system. Like, come on, guys.
Well, this thing does have a fast travel. It's just
it's you have to unlock it. You have to do too much. It's too much. And if you have a bounty, you can't use a stage fucking coach. It's too much.
Well, I think after I got like bounties all over the map.
Oh yeah, me too. And the funny thing is, the bounties, when you have bounties and shit, more shit happens to you. It's easier to get shit to happen in this game because if you're a good person, barely anything happens. So I'm just like, okay. But like I said, man, for me, the game is good, but it's way too goddamn realistic in certain parts of this game. Prime example, I don't care, but why do I have to constantly clean my gun? So when it gets to a certain point, it's not going to aim right, which doesn't make any sense to me. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, yo, I don't really feel like having to constantly manage all this extra shit when it comes to my Grand Theft Auto cowboy game. Like, I just want to shoot people in the face.
I'm surprised that they don't have a system where, all right, they don't have I'm sorry, if I want to play something realistic or whatever, I'll just probably go play fucking Sims. I'm surprised that in these damn games, like in the next Red Dead or the next Grand Theft Auto, besides having that you go gas up your car, that you want to have like a fucking P meter or something where character needs to go use the bathroom.
Yeah, that's gonna be dumb. That would be stupid on their part.
Oh, that's realistic. That's realistic.
I don't think they'll go that far.
But
not for something like that.
I'm surprised you weren't there. You eat, you get cold like real people. Who?
Yeah, I mean that would be hilarious.
They'll do the bathroom. Like I said,
gotta go to the bathroom.
Like I said, everything in Red Dead is so that it doesn't break. At least for me, it doesn't break the action.
I mean,
too much.
Yeah, but again, we're not the only two people that's like, come on. Well, we are one of many. Yeah, like especially when it comes.
I'm in the minority here. I'm definitely in the minority because a lot of my friends, they have issues. And for me, I'm just like, at this point, it's like for me, I've played games like this before. So
me too. I've played games like this before. I've played many a game like this.
It's so seamless that I pretty much I'm just like, is it too realistic? Is it something that people may want to tone down? Sure, because a lot of people don't want that in their video game.
Yeah, it's a fucking video game.
Yeah, but as a personal opinion, I'm like, for me, it's no. I have no issue with the eating.
Yeah, that's fine. But like I said, man, we play fucking video games to not do all that shit. But yeah, we get a video game where we have to do a bunch of the shit like this. And again, I've played Breath of the Wild. That game is fantastic. I've even played Horizon, which I've yet to beat, but I'm going to beat it at some point. Right? I've played these games. Right? And Zelda Breath of the Wild, while I like that game, and that game is fantastic, it has some elements that are still buggy to me. Right? It may be a golden standard of Zelda now, but I don't care what you say. If your weapon breaks after smacking 2 enemies with it, it's not good. I don't care what anybody says. It's not good. It's not good at all.
That's that game. Looking at Wildfang having to play that game, like I loved watching him play it, and I probably would have loved to play it. But seeing all that stuff he was having to do, that completely kind of turned me off from playing it. Smack.
Oh yeah.
It's raining. I'm cold. I can't do this. Smack.
Let me explain one thing that happened to me in fucking Breath of the Wild. Mind you, it's raining outside. I had one set of clothing, the armor I currently had, because I was broke because I sold everything else. I literally had to take all my clothes off to run out in the rain, butt naked. Not butt naked, because this is a Nintendo game. But I had to run outside in the cold, and Link is sitting there shivering, and like my health is going down. Now, mind you, in Breath of the Wild, when you're cold, your health goes down. It keeps going down, so you have to eat. So I had to eat to freaking waste my food to cook, which you can't set fire outside for some reason while it's raining. To have to do all this at the same time, so I had to run in fucking circles and hide in houses and huts and got kicked out of huts and fight people because, hey, I'm literally in somebody's house right now. That's how that went for me. And to be honest, like I said, that accustomed with the degradation system, accustomed with
I'll be right down.
Yeah, certain systems in the game where you have to fly around and it's raining and it's thunder, and the climbing system in this game makes Link that his game was a prototype to Spider-Man. Like Jesus Christ! But when it rains, you can't do it. You can't climb shit. Why? I don't know. God knows. But like that's all I have to say. Like games to me are really coming. Like certain games are becoming a little too realistic for my young blood here, because I can't take it. Like I can.
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
I will say this. And people may say, "Wow, why do I find Breath of the Wild more irritating than Red Dead?" Because in Red Dead, at least everything is so easy to access in that game.
Yeah.
And that's probably why it's not a major issue for me. Because everything is such a easy.
Oh, it's easily accessible. Yeah.
Where Breath of the Wild, if you didn't have it, you didn't have it.
Oh yeah, you're fucked. You are done.
And that was my issue with Breath of the Wild, is that you be in the snowy Alps, and if you don't have a certain food because for whatever reason, you're screwed. In Red Dead, everything's accessible.
Yeah.
You get money. You get money like it's nothing. Food. You can easily find it. So
I did the glitch.
Well,
so yeah.
I have money. Money is nothing for me.
Yeah, but but yeah, I see what you're saying. But another thing with Breath of the Wild that also agitates me is some of the places in this game they don't really like let you know. Like the game doesn't give you the proper information on what the fuck is there, so you could probably end up going into an area with the fucking lion gladiator minotaur thing that you had no idea that shit was there. because the game doesn't have a way to find information to tell you shit, so you can end up dying off of something stupid. Oh crap! There's a dragon minotaur thing here. Oh my god. Again, you're right. If you don't have it, you don't have it. But on Red Dead's point, that gun system to me is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I can't take it. Oh yeah. Yeah, you want a gun? Oops, you forgot to go back to your horse and re-equip it. Too bad you're in the middle of a gunfight, so your horse could die. Nah, I'm not doing that.
Hello, kid.
What?
Thank you.
Sorry for the long wait.
Oh wow. You can mute yourself there, buddy.
I tried to. My connection dropped out.
Anywho, but yeah, like especially when it comes to that weapon system, like dude, like again, I love this game, but that weapon system, to me, again, if you can actually be up the creek without a paddle and just be stuck with your stupid repeater, not even a repeater, your cattle ranch revolver or whatever you have. I luckily have Flacco's pistol. Lucky enough to have Flacco's pistol and what's his name's little auger gun. So now I have something. I have two very powerful weapons in my hand, but it's just like, yo, I don't like I really hate that if I don't go to my horse and take the weapons off, that I don't have the weapons in combat. Like earlier in the game, I was stuck with a bow and arrow in the middle of a firefight during a mission, and I looked at the game like, why did you?
Bow and arrow?
Yeah, because my pistols ran out. I had no gun oil, so I was only stuck with a bow and arrow. But I couldn't get to my horse because if I caught my horse would die. So I would automatically restart that shit. That's not how that goes.
I've never had that issue.
Yeah, all right.
I know.
The beginning of this game was like that for me.
I'm at chapter 6. I have never had an issue.
That's fine. That's fine. That's why I said that's fine. But like the shit happens. It is fucking annoying. When it happens, it's definitely annoying.
How did you let that happen though? How did you let that happen?
I was in the middle of the mission, right? I ran out of the. I forgot which exact mission it was. So I was being chased by a bunch of people. How many guns
do you have?
A lot, actually, but like. So at that time, I only had the single wheel. Yeah, because all I could do was be in the middle of this firefight with a bow and arrow with 4 fucking arrows to have to shoot, run up, grab the arrow, shoot again. Thankfully, I had a tomahawk, and I tomahawked the shit out of that ass enemy. I was like, fuck you, tomahawk, bitch.
Y'all some fucking fiends.
Oh, yeah.
My weapons once. I forgot my weapons once. I said, you know what? We're never forgetting them again, and I haven't forgotten them since.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot him once and only had a bow and arrow in the middle of an active combat zone with a horse that could die easily. So yeah, no. Yeah, I started that shit over. Tennessee Walker, the original Tennessee Walker is not alive, my friend. It's not alive anymore.
I told you it wasn't.
I already know that, obviously. It died in a firefight.
My horse never died. Well, never really died, but
I'm using the second one.
My solution for that, in case I ever do forget, because ammo, and this was even without the whole gold glitch, I just bought pistol, like I prioritized the revolver ammo.
Yeah.
And I bought all 3 types of ammo.
Oh, same here.
Way, if I ever do, even now, if I ever do forget, my, shotgun or repeater, I have 3 source of pistol ammo, and it ain't no way I'm dying from that shit.
Oh yeah, no. For me, it was I had no gun oil, and I had no pistol ammo. So even if I had a pistol ammo, like literally, I had 1 gun, and like almost no bullets and no gun oil, so I couldn't shoot, which doesn't make any sense. But it's Red Dead logic, and yeah, I was stuck with that shit.
I shot with a gun with no condition.
You shake rapidly. It doesn't make any sense. You shake like a madman.
You're right.
I have Alzheimer's now. You clean it, I can shoot straight. Like, huh? But yeah, that's how that goes. So ever since I did the glitch, I just got a shit ton of gun oil, and I keep that shit on me at all times. I'm just like, nah, I can't do this again. I ain't even gun oiled the bow. Nah, I didn't. You can't gun oil the bow. You said what?
I said, at least that's the only one thing is 5 gun oils kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, that was dumb. But like back to the main point. Like I said, man, for me, this game is great, but it's too realistic in some places, and a little unrealistic in the places where it should be realistic. Like that don't make no sense if that makes any sense. Like
I should be able to pick up a prostitute whenever I feel like it.
Exactly, you know, but he can't. Or fucking not having gun oil on your goddamn gun shouldn't shake your hands. That don't make no sense. It would never make any sense to me. Or I don't know, maybe we should go back to being a video game and have me carry a weapon wheel of weapons so I can use any weapon I fucking want on my weapon wheel, so I can have multiple weapons, so I can actually not be in combat situations, or somebody try to rob me, so I only have my fucking pistol on me at all times when somebody tries to rob you during that event, or anytime that randomly happens to you, just if somebody tries to rob you, because you can't just go back to your horse and select it while they're all aiming at you. That doesn't work. Just putting that out there. Jesus, that shit was dumb. But yeah, like shit like that is why I'm just like, okay, that's why we need to remain a video game and not a realistic simulator. Again, if it ever gets to the point where Dark Souls is like, well, to swing your arm, you have to go to a gym so you can actually swing your arm. To build your stamina, instead of going to a bar, going to the person, speaking to him, and raising your stamina, you have to go work out. So you have to run up and down the hills thousands of times. Well, in Grand Theft Auto 5, to actually drive your car anywhere you want, you gotta gas up your car. Please, you gotta gas up. I
agree with all that 100%. Go to the gym in Dark Souls, man. It'd be fucking
dog. That game would tank so bad. Oh man, it would tank so bad. Oh, Super Mario, to jump, you have to go to jumping lessons. You have to get to jump higher. In Legend of Zelda, in order for you to get a sword, you have to go get a job. After you get the job, you have to file.
What about Sonic?
Oh, to run fast. You need
they're gonna put taxations. They're gonna put taxations on the rings.
Yep.
10% of whatever you make goes to Uncle Sam.
And every time you collect the ring,
you have to clean your shoes.
Plus 1 ring minus 99 cents on the ring. So yeah,
right.
So at the end of the level, you gotta get it.
You can't run.
Oh yeah, you gotta clean your shoes. If you don't clean it, you can't run. In Kingdom Hearts, in order for you to use the gummy ship, you have to not only gas up the gummy ship, but you also have to wear spacesuits just in case you get stuck out of there.
I was just gonna say in Kingdom Hearts, they're just not gonna make the game. They're just not gonna make it. I got a better one. For Kingdom Hearts, the game decides to come out 2 years ago. Realism.
Resident Evil games from now on in, if you even get touched or like scratched by a zombie, you're automatically infected.
Exactly. Or if you shoot your gun and you don't shoot it right, and it's a heavy shotgun, you can actually break your shoulder. That would be great.
Overwatch 2. McCree must clean his guns.
Yeah, McCree has to clean his gun. And if he goes, it's high noon, and like that light.
Even once she get out of her suit, that's it.
Yeah,
you get no more.
You get no more suits for the rest of the match. What else? After she can't get no more suits for the rest of the match. Winston, once he runs out of electricity, he has to go buy another Tesla coil so he can actually make his weapon. Widowmaker, she actually needs a second person to spot the person so she can do a 2-man sniping job. So does Anna.
Hanzo has a set limit of arrows.
But Hanzo has only 4 arrows in his quiver, so he has to sparingly use them. And that's for the whole match. He can't
whole match.
Yeah. Genji has a set number of shuriken. He has like 3.
Think about this though. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Overwatch actually had like ammo?
Oh God. We'd be so sparingly be like, why is that diva shooting? Well, I have like 4 bullets left.
Yeah. Thank God there was like, we wanted a game with infinite ammo. But yeah. Reaper can't get any more shotguns, so when he does his special, he's shit out of luck.
He's shit out of luck.
Oh,
He's SOL, especially when he does his super. When McCree does his super, he's actually getting set on fire. So every time you do it, you're losing. You get damage every time.
Zenyatta, once he uses all 20 of the orbs, that's it.
Yeah, he has to go pick him up. He has to go pick him up off the floor.
He has to go pick him up off the floor. I think he throws him back. Hey, buddy, I'm gonna just take that back.
Yeah, yeah, he can't heal either. What's his name? If you, Lucio, if you skate slightly wrong, he can break his ankle and he's out for the rest of the game.
There you go. Doomfist, if you damage him too much, you blow off his arm. The end.
Yep, the end. Who else? Who else are we talking about here? Anna needs pain pills for her eye because she's still got nerve damage up in that thing because she got a bullet in her fucking eye, so it is really painful for her.
How does she even survive that shit?
Roadhog.
Roadhog, he has diabetes, so he only has certain amount of time to live in the match because of his diabetes. So he has certain amount of time. His life is draining at rapid speed. So if you don't,
terrible. Give this man diabetes.
In real life, does he have diabetes or not?
Diabetes.
Thank you.
In real life,
he has diabetes. You have
she actually overheats depending on what map you're at.
Yeah. What's his name? Junkrat.
You can shoot bars, jackpack.
Yeah. Junkrat. If you don't hurry up in the middle of the match, his orderlies will come take him back to the insane asylum. So you have about 5 minutes to use him if you don't. Oh shit. Who else? Soldier 76. No, he only got a certain amount of time for his hips start to break because he's an old man.
Yeah.
Who else in this game?
Okay, we're not about to do the whole. We're done.
Sombra got about 5 minutes before Border Patrol shows up.
And I'm super done. Well, Sombra can't even get over the walls being built, so she's
so she's automatically deleted from the match.
She's automatically deleted from the fucking game.
But anywho, like I was saying, man, yeah, when you put too much realism in games, long story short, it kind of stops making it a game and more of a simulator. And I don't make it a habit to play those type of games because they bug the fuck out of me. Anybody here ever play that game, We Happy Few? I played We Happy Few, and I hate that game. I love it, certain aspects of it, but that game, look, you can get sick in the game, right, and be shit out of luck because you don't have any way to cure the being sick. But your health will drain, and there's nothing you can do about it. And you will stick with that sickness until you find a way. Which, if you don't know how to fix it, you're literally shit out of luck. There's nothing you can do about it. The game will constantly have your health cure. You can go to sleep for a week, and then you will still have the sickness. That shit is annoying. I don't care what anybody says.
Now with stuff like that, like in Red Dead, like clearly if you get bit by a snake or something, that makes sense that, okay, yeah, poison and that shit takes your health. That's fine. That makes sense. Completely. But that whole underweight, overweight, you eat too much, you eat too less. And it's cold outside.
Yeah. San Andreas had something similar, yeah, but San Andreas did it right. It wasn't required to eat. It was just something you could do to get yourself fat, or you can go to the gym and get skinny. That's literally what happened in San Andreas. Like, literally, if you got fat, just go ride a fucking bike around the city. See what happens. See how quickly that shit was done. But,
They'll
yeah.
probably have that, too, in the next Grand Theft Auto. You don't want to drive a car because gas prices? Alright, you can use a bike, but then your chain's rusted because you left it out in the rain. Okay. The tire blew up, so
Yep, we're done here. We're definitely done here because that shit would be stupid. Oh, you playing Soul Calibur. Everybody got the plague. The whole cast dies. That's literally it. Anywho, moving on. Yes, something I've really wanted to talk about since I saw it and started crying in laughter. Mr. Darkwave. He is not there anymore. Son of a whore.
I'm here. I was eating, so I muted my mic.
Oh, you want goating it. All right, got you. All right. Mr. Darkwave. When I saw this in the store, I started crying in laughter. Have you seen the season pass 2 for Dynasty Warriors 9, my friend?
No.
Did you read the description of that shit?
No.
It says... Why?
Because I tried to forget that game even came out.
The game says... Back with fan demand. Season pass 2 for Dynasty Warriors 9.
Fan demand? Playing this. Oh,
It says,
you know what?
it literally said, comes with extra weapons and extra characters. Get the season pass and get a bonus material set. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay. There are problems. There are problems with all of this.
Oh, the shit.
On what planet is Dynasty Warriors 9 a fan-demanded game? Dynasty Warriors 9 is not by far. It is the worst. Yes, worse than DW6, ironically. The worst Dynasty Warriors game of all time. I know in a review many months back, I put it above Dynasty Warriors 6. And I played it, and then I continued to play, and then I realized one simple fact. At least with Dynasty Warriors 6, I was compelled to finish. With Dynasty Warriors 9, I was not.
Oh, speaking of realism, Dynasty Warriors 9 is a prime example of when realism is fucking stupid. Remember? Remember, that's why they changed everything to make it more realistic. That's a prime game right there, and why realistic is stupid.
Oh, you're talking about the weapons and all that?
Yeah, yep. That's a prime game. You can literally run through all of fucking China and be bored out of your fucking mind.
But yet, we have to get a season pass with all the weapons that everyone wants.
Oh my god.
Backed by fan demand? No.
Fan demand, my friend.
You're milking the cow. We're adding in co-op from day one.
Why is co-op even in this ass?
I'm going to say this, and I mean this with whole honesty. And if by some miracle someone from Koei Tecmo stumbles upon this podcast, whomever developed Dynasty Warriors 9, whoever wrote the script, wrote the blueprint for this game, needs to be fired.
Yeah, fired? They need to go to a Japanese prison with the gayest prisoner in the yard and bend over for him.
I don't understand how you go from the best Dynasty Warriors game of all time,
8,
in DW8, to Dynasty Warriors 9.
You know what equally confuses me? How you go from the best Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors game to Dynasty Warriors 9?
And you know, and what's sad is, and you got these plebeians out there. And I'm calling everybody out who blames the open world mechanics for it being so bad. And truth be told, that's not why it's bad. In fact, if it wasn't as buggy for most people, I didn't have too many bugs, but it was a lot of bugs. I've seen them. If it wasn't as buggy, and if it wasn't as dull, the open world could actually have been pretty nice. That wasn't the main issue. The main issue was everything else. The lack of weapons, the lack of story, the lack of fucking character. You know, the characters were there, but the lack of weapons, the copy and paste moveset that was in Dynasty Warriors 6 and all the ones before it that we were tired of, that Dynasty Warriors 7 pretty much abolished, and then 8 perfected it.
The 7 kind of had a couple of people that were the same. Of course, Sun Jian and Cao Cao were exactly the same.
Yeah, that's why I said 7 started it, but 8 perfected it.
Yeah.
Because, 8, someone, Sun Jian may have had a sword, and someone else may have had a sword, but it was 2 different swords with 2 different movesets.
Yeah.
And kind of, 7 put us on the right track. and 8 said we're taking this to the moon. How do you go from that to 9? Defend this game. Anybody who defends this game needs to watch with open eyes. I do not, and this is coming from a guy who has played Dynasty Warriors since Dynasty Warriors 3 on PS2. I don't understand how you go from basically for a Dynasty Warriors game anyway, perfection, basic.
That's true.
Thank you.
To Dynasty Warriors 9. I don't expect an extra. And then you come out with Warriors Orochi 4. And here's the thing. What is the very first thing to say about Warriors Orochi 4? Oh, it is a traditional Dynasty Warriors game. I wonder why they said that. Because they know they fucked up. Now they're trying to cater to everyone, giving us the weapons, they're giving us co-op, things that should have been in the game from day one. But now you're doing that by not giving it for us for free, since you owe us. No, you're going to put it behind the cash. And then you're going to try to release Extreme Legends. It's going to come with all the DLC. See, I know what's happening here. You're going to try to release Extreme Legends. So, maybe by some grace of God, Dynasty Warriors 9 Extreme Legends come with all the DLC, with all the weapons, and maybe at a price of $20 or lower, I might pick it up to see if it changed.
Oh no! The season pass 2 is $30.
Well, by the time Extreme Legends come out, hopefully the game itself will be on a generous sale where I can get it on sale, basically. Which pretty much says around next Black Friday, maybe 2 years from now. When the game is pretty much dead.
Yeah, I'm not buying that game again. That game can kiss my ass.
Just to see how it is.
Oh, nah, I don't think that game's going to change.
I expect Dynasty Warriors 10 to go back to its roots. And like I said, the open world aspect is not the worst part of it. It isn't. I was actually intrigued by the open world concept. I was.
Until they put nothing in the open world. They didn't put anything out there, man.
Not only that, but nothing is a concept. See, you know what? Let's take away the emptiness for a second. This was the first time doing open world, right?
Yeah.
At least for this particular game. At least make the things that happen in the open world consequential. In Dynasty Warriors 8, if you try to invade someone, or you were being invaded.
Yeah.
And this is mainly in empires, but
Yeah.
If people die, either A, you fail the entire mission, or B, you have 7, 8, 9 captains welling on your head. Now, of course, if you're playing on easy or normal and you're buffed up, it may not be too much of a problem. But if you're playing on hard or chaos, you're practically, unless you have buffed up weapons to the yin yang, you are practically fucked. You're gonna be running around in circles. You're gonna be praying to God you get your Mushu to keep spamming it every chance you get.
Pretty much.
Okay. Now you go to an open world setting. You don't have to do the whole someone dies type of thing, because obviously that world was so big. There's no way you can get to somebody before they die. It's impossible. But let's say you neglect areas for a while. You don't help them. They wipe out area. The map changes. The battlefield, in its entirety changes. Everything goes up 5, 10 levels. Do you understand how much more beneficial that would have been for that game? Simple things like that make me care about actually traveling in this giant ass world instead of staying here fast traveling. Make me care about these soldiers that keep getting wiped out on my map.
Oh yeah.
Instead, the only people I have to care about is the people in the mission area, which essentially at that point becomes a normal Dynasty Warriors game. It's the lack of care. And I'm a huge Dynasty Warriors fan. That's why whenever you bring these up, I go on a rant, because that's how much of a fan I am of the franchise. Same thing with fucking Sega. How dare you go from 8 to 9? Did you not learn from Dynasty Warriors 6 how bad that was? Need I remind everyone how bad 6 was? How you go lower than 6? How?
Don't make no sense.
Fuck Dynasty Warriors 9. There is nothing in that game, unless they completely scrap it, and give everything for free, and they can keep the open world, but give me what I want. Give me the characters that I enjoy playing. The weapons. I shouldn't see every character use the same weapon and everyone feel the exact same. That was the biggest problem with Dynasty Warriors in its entirety. Up until 7, that was the biggest problem. If you have one person with a sword, you use them all. The only thing changes is their special, and maybe the triangle button.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it was the same shit. So, like I said, whoever developed it, whoever came up with this blueprint, and whoever said, "Oh well, having these double scythes or these big ass power weapons, it wasn't realistic. We wanted to make the walk around it." Excuse me. That's what makes the fun game. Your games are already borderline boring as it is. Let's not cut them any slack here. There's only but so much you can run around killing 1,000+ enemy mobs with no challenge. It's the story that kept people in. It's the fun of every weapon that kept people in.
Yeah.
It's the fun of that kept them in. When you take
that
away.
And hence why when they use like anime titles like Berserk or Legend of Zelda, the games just are fun as hell. Because they can't make Zelda realistic. You can't make Fire Emblem realistic. That's impossible.
You can't. You have to make people unique. You have to make people have a reason to why they want to play the game. Like I said, Dynasty Warriors is a very niche game. It's a very generic game. You run around, you hit the square and triangle button, hope and the circle button, hope for the fucking best. There's in Dynasty Warriors, there's no strategy, really. You can literally, they say don't run into enemy territory. You run into their territory and you end the mission in 10 minutes. It's not like it's not like Fire Emblem where you actually have to plan shit out or you are fucked. Legitimately.
Oh yeah.
Even Samurai, Samurai Warriors has a little bit more strategy to it, but not too much.
Yeah.
But could you imagine and it's sad because I look at Dynasty Warriors 9 and I see where it could have went.
Yep.
And yet we got what we got. And yet they have a nerve and the audacity to bring out a season pass too. Who's buying this?
I don't know.
Who still plays this game?
I don't know.
What they should be doing is looking how to fix it. This stuff should have just been in Extreme Legends. All of it.
Wait, isn't this Koei Tecmo we're talking about here? It's almost the same as asking Konami, what the fuck are you doing with your Metal Gear license? Give it to somebody who can actually use it. But whatever. Movie. It's like asking Sega to make a good Sonic game that doesn't have something wrong with it in some way, shape, or form. Like our villain that we've hyped up over the moon is literally just a big whiny baby. Infinite. Infinite. My bad. I just had a case of the coughs. But yeah. Is there anything
terrible?
Is there anything else anybody wanted to bring up while we're in this section so we can move on?
I actually just realized what I. Oh, go ahead. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, all of us. I got nothing.
I was just going to say, I realized my other thing with talking about realism in video games. Okay, so you want to sit here and have a game where you want to sit here and try to be as realistic as fucking possible, but yet y'all still can't fucking fix hair? Literally, I'm sitting here and you want to have it where I can see my horse shit, I can see my horse's dick, and I can see the veins and the muscles in my horse's legs. But when my horse has a mane, it's literally, and I'm riding, it's just a block, and it just sits there. Just a slight nitpick of, let's make our games realistic, but we can't fucking fix hair.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking annoying.
That was it for me.
Alright, so we're moving on to the WWE.
If we're going to WWE, I got some breaking news. It happened about 30 minutes ago, but
yeah,
someone debuted on the main roster.
Who debuted on the main roster, my friend?
Was it a female?
Oh, yeah, it was a female.
Who debuted on the main roster? And you better not say Nikki Cross. I will murder the world.
Oh, really?
It better not be Kairi Sane.
Who? No, Nikki Cross. She topped out tonight.
So her debut match, she lost.
To who?
To the champ. The man. The champ, Becky Lynch. She tapped. It was a great match. It was a competitive match.
Wait, to Becky Lynch?
Yeah.
What the fuck? So she's on SmackDown. Okay.
Also, breaking news. The Miz picked Shane to be on the Survivor Series. So that makes 3 in a row. Shane's going to be in Survivor Series. All right.
Oh.
Yes.
Breaking news.
Yes.
The Authors of Pain are the Raw Tag Team Champions.
Good. Happy for him.
But I'm not happy how they won the title.
I mean, I didn't. To be fair, honest, I didn't care. It's the tag team division on Monday Night Raw. For this. It's the tag team division on Monday Night Raw. It's the tag team division.
Monday Night Raw doesn't have a division. Does not have. Actually, not even Monday Night Raw. Like I said, and made this argument again. They just need to combine the tag teams. Because if you look at them, what tag teams are relevant on SmackDown?
I don't know.
Oh well, there's the Usos. There's the New Day. There's
the Bar.
Show bar.
We haven't seen Sanity. Oh, their Sanity's dead. Actually, they're dead. They're dead. I'm sorry. Well, because Nikki Cross came back, but Sanity's dead. What about Raw? Raw has Office of Pain.
They do. Oh shit! Wait, they did win the titles, didn't they?
Yep.
Who else is on Raw?
I actually forgot the tag team division on Raw.
Go.
I don't even know.
Where the fuck did the B team go?
They was on TV last
night. I saw them on the thingy on the promotion, but yeah, okay. For the sake of argument, the B team.
They broke up a brawl tonight or last night.
Who else? After the Pain, the B team.
Matt Hardy got physical, so apparently he's coming back out. So maybe the Woken Warriors are back. Yay, the leaders of worlds. Yay. Bray Wyatt back on television.
Yes. So you can see what I'm saying about how the tag team. You can see what I'm saying about name one more. Who?
The Revival. They're being revived.
The tag team division on Raw and SmackDown is some garbage.
Exactly. That's why when you said the victory of all the pain, it didn't bother me because sadly I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. I don't even care if the fucking B team would have kept this shit. I wouldn't fucking care. At least on SmackDown, when it's the fucking Usos or somebody that has the fucking belts, at least you somewhat fucking care. At least they made the damn championships on SmackDown fucking relevant.
Hey, but you got Showbar now.
Why is Big Show on my TV screen?
It's not Big Show. It's where it is.
I come and enter and I'm a face. I bend down and tie my shoe. I'm a heel. Show.
Guess who else is like that now?
Nia Jax.
Right. Oh, she and Tamina. Actually, I can kind of see them. That kind of actually.
If I could,
she works for some weird reason. But yeah,
if I could steal one from JD, she joins the Big Show garbage.
Yeah.
How many times did she turn heel and face?
Nia Show Jax.
Well, it's the Nia Show.
She was heel when she first started, right?
Yep.
Well,
she was face when she turned against Alexa. She turned heel on Ron, and then she turned face again, and then she's heel again. That's what, four times?
She turned face with Ember Moon, then she turned heel against Ember Moon. Which, really, is that the best that you fucking have? To have Ember Moon fucking in this goddamn feud and this damn shit with Nia fucking Jax. Fucking shame.
But
I'm eating pancakes.
moving on from
That
that.
sounds. Was it from the? What I was gonna say, if it's from the New Day, you may want to wash them.
Yeah, not eat them. Moving on.
But I'm hungry.
Let's talk about Mr.
Nah,
Darkway's review
they
real
was
quick.
touching all of them.
He reviewed Evolution, and I have to say that shit was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. So, did you want to make any highlights for Evolution and your thoughts on why Evolution was not as good as people were hyping it up to be?
Why? It's all in my review.
Go watch the review on the channel.
Exactly. It's what?
I
12,
don't even
13
want to
minutes
talk
of
about
just-
Evolution.
of no ranting, not a real rant. It was a show that happened.
That's it. That's literally it. Crown Jewel, on the other hand, was a garbage fire with an extra garbage fire toppings of fire, with a dash of Vince McMahon's dusty asshole. Like, to be fucking completely honest, why the fuck? Oh, why did Shane McMahon win Best in the World?
Because he's a McMahon.
That would explain why fucking Shane is on a Survivor Series team again. He does not add shit.
I'm surprised that for fucking Evolution that Stephanie McMahon wasn't in the damn main event. Quite honestly.
Yeah, that would have literally made me quit. Oh wait, no. Technically, WWE already made me quit caring when I canceled my Sling TV subscription, and I can't watch it on a weekly basis on purpose because I don't really care anymore. Like, I legit stopped caring at this point. Like, nothing's happening on Raw, nothing's happening on SmackDown.
But Seth Rollins.
Oh.
You're Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Drew McIntyre, what he did was pretty cool. But,
Can we have just 3 hours of Seth and Drew?
Can we have 3 hours of Drew McIntyre stalking Kurt Angle like he did? Just like stalking him, the way he just looked at him was like, I'm just here.
Can Drew McIntyre just be a champion?
I feel like Brock Lesnar was the better champion for that belt. Speaking of that match was a complete clusterfuck of fuckery and fuckitation with the extra hints of Vince McMahon's extra dusty asshole.
Oh, because of that match, a certain somebody now is also dead.
Who the fuck are
He
we
will
talking?
he will be put in a eulogy later on our next podcast. There will be a eulogy for Braun Strowman.
The fuck was the point of that shit? Oh yeah. We're gonna have a 2-minute match. It's gonna be 6 fucking minutes. It's gonna be 2 minutes. It's gonna be 6 F5s and it's over. And Braun Strowman getting hit in the back of the head with a belt was just like, Braun, I've seen you get hit with worse. And now this is the one thing that affects you, buddy? Are we kidding? That's exactly what I said in my mind. I'm like, Braun, you've gotten hit with things. Roman Reigns tried to murder you with a truck a year or two ago. You got up and walked out. You got hit with so much extra shit. You got put through a table. You got thrown off of things. You got put into a dump truck. Yet,
you
had like during the Royal Rumble, he had like 6 people's finishers and specials applied to
Elimination Chamber. He had 6 to 7 different specials applied to him, and he got up. But a belt to the back of the head and 6 S5s finishes him off. Oh, okay.
Hey man, you might as well just hit a belt to the head. 6x5, I can see, but a belt to the head. Not even to the head, the back of the neck.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
But hey, man, Baron Corbin is the man.
Yeah, Baron Corbin.
He gave us a reason. He gave us a reason to care more about.
What was the reason? Because I did not see. What was the reason that he did that?
They never said.
Oh, he never said why he.
Well, my reason. Oh, but see, my reason is to pay more attention to Seth Rollins.
What the fuck?
Oh, so that's why we didn't see the Universal Championship. Got you. You know, the reason why I don't like him becoming a dual champion is because UFC is not predictable. It's actually less. So if Brock Lesnar gets knocked out, he's going to embarrass himself like a dumbass. But, you know, that's just me speaking. I apologize.
I just realized something.
What?
That tournament for best in the world. So, if they was going to say who's the best in the world, wouldn't it make sense to have the champions in that tournament? The top champions?
That whole crown jewel should have been built off of a bigger tournament. Instead, we got a stupid-ass match. We got another stupid-ass match. We got a dumb-ass match. We got a semi-good match. We got an anticlimactic match. And we got an extra fucking super special stupid match.
Oh, you forgot the senior match. Did you add the senior citizens match?
No, I already said stupid match.
See, I will prefer senior citizen match.
Okay, senior stupid match.
Seth Rollins and Dolph was the best match on the show. It makes you feel better.
It was okay, but it was also anticlimactic.
Well,
I will tell you
yeah, it was.
The only
but it
thing
was still anticlimactic as fuck.
The only good thing that I would probably say that I liked as far as Crown Jewel is that I had a little bit higher respect for both John Cena and Daniel Bryan.
Because they didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia.
Yep, and they just said no. Because to be fair, as much as I don't fucking like John Cena, if he says no, I'm pretty sure that they're not. What they're gonna do? Fucking fire him?
Nope. They're gonna fire.
What did they fucking do? Fire Daniel Bryan? I'm not going. Oh, okay.
They can't fire
John Cena.
They legitimately.
We're gonna punish him.
They can't punish a man who's barely even there.
Exactly, and you can't.
John Cena is literally untouchable. There is nothing WWE can do to Cena. Truthfully, he's untouchable. He's untouchable, and on top of that, they need Cena, not the other way around. Cena's not Dwayne in terms of fanfare in his movies.
He wants to be.
He's done enough movies now to honestly, he's carved his own niche, you know. So at this point, he's gotten to a point now where he does not need the WWE. And since WWE refuses to hello?
Yeah.
Sorry, like my mic, it was like I was hearing him talk, but then it was slowed down, and then I still was trying to hear and then it was just really weird. Okay, sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
But basically, John Cena is basically what WWE needs. Look at all the injuries. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Unfortunately, Roman with his sickness. Eventually, they're going to need John before John will need them. John doesn't need the money. So, they're not going to do anything to John. Daniel Bryan, they could if they wanted to. I don't know if they will. But John Cena, seemingly, he cannot do WrestleMania. And honestly, they still won't do shit because eventually they're going to want to keep him happy. It's the same thing with Chris Jericho. Why think they're not doing anything with Chris Jericho? Because eventually when
Chris Jericho can go wherever the fuck he wants to go.
When they want to sign him again, and they probably will eventually, they probably have already kind of asked him for stuff. They want to stay on Jericho's good side, so he said, "Yeah, I'll do something for you guys. You haven't bothered me. You let me do what I want to do. So, they're gonna keep these people happy. They're gonna keep John Cena happy. They're gonna keep these people happy. And even Daniel Bryan, they're probably not gonna do anything to him. Why? Because if he goes to the Indies. What happens when he goes to?
He becomes more famous.
Everybody's gonna cause more fame. Well, what's we call it? What is he there yet? Neville? Did he already make his appearance on the indie scene yet?
He went to Dragon Gate, back to his first promotion.
Yep.
But Neville is no Daniel Bryan. And he didn't go to like Ring of Honor or New Japan. He went to Dragon Gate, which is a relatively, it's not known, but it's a relatively small niche. Daniel Bryan, if he leaves, he's going to the Ring of Honor.
He's going to Lucha Underground, New Japan. And since they cross-promote each other, he's going to get so much coverage, and it's not even going to be fucking funny.
And with that comes the Elite. And you're going to know that the Elite, wherever they decide to do or go, they're going to want to have Daniel Bryan with them in in the same company as Daniel Bryan. So that's just going to further the indie initiative, which Vince doesn't want. So those two men, Daniel Bryan and John Cena, for not going to Saudi Arabia. Actually, almost everybody is safe. If you are a top name, you're safe. That includes people like Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, so on and so forth. So,
while Dean wasn't on the show, it was reported though that he was there, that he still flew to Saudi. He still flew there and was there. He wasn't just on the show on the card.
He was there because his wife was there. So
yeah, of course. He had to protect his wife.
But if he decided, I'm just saying, if like Seth and him said no too, they would be safe as well. They're too big of a name, and WWE does not want them going anywhere else. So,
well, in that logic, if that's the case, and that's the sense of logic, then you would think that they would make certain people or do certain things with certain people, like, I don't know, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
And if anything, I would just be like, look, is your United States Championship back? I have not defended this fucking thing. I'm not doing shit with it, and people have forgotten me. I'm going to go back. I go back.
If it makes you feel better, if you listen to Gail Kim, she says WWE is racist. So I mean,
very much so.
Which explains a lot.
Hey, we're gonna get two Japs. We have one Jap win the Men Royal Rumble, have the female Jap win the other Royal Rumble, but then completely fucking destroy their careers. Golf clap.
Because they're not the greatest because their English isn't always easily
They don't
understood.
speak English. They don't speak English.
Even though they can both speak English, Asuka can speak it better than Shinsuke. You would say the problem with the WWE with Asuka and Shinsuke and anyone else who featured Kyrie and Io Shirai and all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
WWE does not understand that Shinsuke, Asuka, Kyrie, Io, they can speak English. It's not like they can't. Of course it's not their first language. Of course they're going to have that Japanese accent with them. It's part of just what they are. They're not going to be perfectly fluent English with English accent.
Yeah.
The problem is what WWE tries to do. They try to script these people to say long-term sentences that just for them trying to memorize it's not going to work
at all.
It's not like they can't say it, but them trying to say it in that type of I guess pressure situation, trying to remember every word of every line, they're going to stumble, and it's not going to come across as fluent as you might be. If you gave them bullet points, Shinsuke, go out here and just bullet point. As long as you cover these points,
you're good to go.
Do whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
Same with Asuka. Same with anybody whose English is not their first language and they're still, perfecting the language. You give them bullet points and you don't pressure them to memorize a fucking script.
Hey, but the funny thing is, like, Rusev, that's his second language, and he's fine.
Cesaro speaks how many languages?
5, 6.
He speaks 5, but you have to remember though, they probably was over here longer than Asuka, Shinsuke, Kyrie. Like, you have to think, Kyrie saying mostly Shinsuke, Asuka, Kyrie, Io. Well, maybe not Io because Io Shirai's English is fucking probably the best out of all of them. If you think about it, they probably didn't even start studying English until they got signed to WWE.
Yeah.
So you have to really think about how far they've
come in learning. Definitely English, Kyrie,
which is supposedly the hardest language to learn. And Kyrie, she watched anime to learn her English. So
Yeah, she did. She didn't even speak English because wasn't she in the Mae Young Classic? And then she was still speaking Japanese.
Yeah.
Well, they all do that there. They all do that there. She spoke little English there. A lot of them, like Io Shirai, she'd say, "Hello, my name is Io Shirai," and she'll say, "I'm here with Mae Young Classic," and then she'll go into "Arimasu gozaimasu" and all that shit afterwards. Kyrie, she spoke Japanese most of the time, and then like towards the end, she started saying some things in English. And now, she'll talk English when she needs to. But that's the thing. Most of those people, Shinsuke, Asuka, and Kyrie, if they knew English when they were in Japan, it wasn't promo type English. It may be hello, goodbye, yes, no, and they probably knew the bare minimum just to, and they probably understood it, but they don't know how to speak it that well because of course you have English wrestlers in their company, so you have to know some form of English to communicate a match.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they understand the language, they just didn't speak it that well. So when you come to WWE, they probably had to really buckle down and learn that shit in probably a few months' time. So you gotta give them credit where credit due. WWE just needs to understand that these people need, these, Japanese guys, you can't give them scripts. You have to give them bullet point.
Pretty much.
So they can talk and do whatever.
Pretty much. Now, that being said, I can honestly say though, like that's why I keep telling people like some of these people don't deserve to be champion. Like Cesaro for me should have been a champion years ago. Like, and I remember Vince on the podcast saying he can't really speak that well. I was like, Vince, he can speak fine. People can understand him perfectly. What are you talking about?
Well, Vince has in his mind of who he believes is the top guy, who he believes is a person worth. Like that's the thing. And I'm gonna use this guy as an example. Look at Jinder Mahal.
Holy shit!
What?
Can we not?
Look at Jinder Mahal, and I'm not talking. No. This is going to a point. You look at Jinder Mahal on SmackDown Live. What did he do?
Got the ratings the lowest.
No, his accomplishments. He did what? He became WWE champion, right?
Yeah.
He became WWE champion.
Yeah.
He became United States champion. Why do you think that happened? He was on SmackDown.
Yeah.
No care.
Yeah.
Look at Monday Night Raw. What is Jinder doing?
Nothing. Music to Apollo Crews.
Mixed match tags.
He's not getting title shot. He's pretty much just there.
Yeah.
So essentially, if you really, look at Vince McMahon has his own views of who he believes champions are. If they're on Monday Night Raw, he's not going to give people who he don't think deserve a chance. If they're on SmackDown, he doesn't really give a shit. He'll just give it to you.
Yeah.
So,
but, yeah.
Cesaro is one of those guys who, by all intents and purposes, should have been at least one time WWE champion or world champion, especially the world heavyweight champion when it was just the second-rate title.
Dog, that man should have been champion because he could put on matches. I've seen him put on a good match with John Cena. He carried the match. Like, what the fuck? I've watched this, and I was like, okay. Seriously? Yeah, seriously. Like, come on, son. I've watched him carry a whole match by himself, which is hilarious. But,
he's the only man United States champion. They never gave him the Intercontinental title. They never gave him anything else but tag team titles.
Yeah, which is stupid. But,
that's WWE for you.
Let's move, yeah. All right, and moving on, is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we sign off today?
You put Survivor Series down. I don't know if you're going to talk about Survivor Series. I don't know what is there to talk about Survivor Series.
Right now, I saw Shane was being picked, and I literally clocked out. Because Shane in another fucking Survivor Series match is going to make me want to find creative and ask them to stop putting this fucking regular non-wrestler in my Survivor Series matches. It's really annoying.
He's a McMahon.
I don't care. I don't care. Gus is a better suit to be in a fucking Survivor Series match. Gus, and he's a Yorkie, about 8 pounds. Gus,
he could be a lightweight champion.
Oh, Gus could be in the cruiserweight division, but still, no joke, right? Like seriously, can we stop it? Like, yes, he brings the I could jump from one side of the ring to the other, but he's not a good wrestler. His punches are stupid. God, I hate that shit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do these punches that look so fucking fake that when people take, it looks like they're not taking it. When I'm done, I'm also gotta review Crown Jewel, so be prepared for that, guys. That's gonna be uploaded on the channel. But that being said, anything else? Oh nah, I already don't. I already have my mind.
Before we even get started.
What were you saying? What'd you say, Doug Wave?
Nikki Cross, you might as well say rest in peace to her already. She's on the main roster.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Yeah, you said in her debut she fucking lost, so yeah, she's dead.
To my bae, but you know, whatever.
So, by the way, so I read a tweet. Apparently, there's a rumor mill going around that The Miz is rumored to returning babyface and possibly feud with Shane McMahon.
So Shane's gonna be a heel?
Apparently, that's why he won the World Cup, for a very slow burn heel turn. But I asked you.
So, but on Raw, huh?
I was about to say, why are we even talking about a Miz babyface turn? Do we not remember what happened last time?
It failed miserably.
There's certain people in the industry that just need to stay heel. Some that need to stay a face. Randy Orton is one of the ones that needs to stay a heel for forever.
Mm-hmm.
And ever. He does never. Randy Orton never needs to turn face ever again. I'm sorry. While Miz, he can stay heel for forever as well.
I would say he'd be fine as babyface, but considering the fact that they couldn't book him right the first time, I doubt they book him right the second.
Well, consider if you look at people, for an example, like Elias.
Yes, come on.
Race now.
You want to race? Yes, come on.
So he pretty much is doing the same thing, just not shitting on the fame.
Yeah, Elias is hilarious.
People love it, but this man will never. I'm sorry. Elias will probably never ever see championship gold.
Well, with Roman being out, he might get the Intercontinental title at some point.
Yeah.
He should have already had it, but yeah.
You know, Seth and Dean, they're gonna have to carry that, and it's gonna be probably Dean, Seth, and Drew at the top of the card. So.
And I can't wait to see Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles.
I thought Drew was getting positioned for the
Universal title. I can't wait.
Universal.
I hope he gets it. I really do. I really hope he gets it. I just want to see him kick that man Brock Lesnar in the face. Like once.
Claymore kick for the win.
Claymore kick for the dub and end it. I want this over. I don't want this title reign. I really hate this. I hate this title reign completely. Like I really do. I can't take it. Not anymore. I can't take it because the belt's never there, and the belt gets worse. It gets worse and worse and worse every time Brock Lesnar has it. So
the belt is just it's utter fucking.
To compare his joint to CM Punk's reign is still bad. That when you compare how many times they defended or how many times they did this, it's not even fair. It's never equal. That being said, I'm done with that shit. I'm done. Can't wait.
Let's not even talk about a CM Punk reign, because as much as I don't know about. Excuse me, you guys, but as much as I love AJ Styles and stuff, it has been a high damn time for AJ to lose the belt. And the fact that they are only, and I said this before, when I think we was doing it again, when AJ was first having his feud with Samoa Joe, and I think Wildstreet, you said he's going to lose to Samoa Joe, and I said, and I quote, they just put up on their Facebook hey, AJ's now the head of John Cena, or here's the numbers and stuff, and they kept posting that shit. Yeah. I said, no, they're gonna have AJ Styles beat CM Punk's record. That's the only reason why they're keeping him with this damn belt, which is fucking pathetic. Because they're not keeping it on him because he's a damn good wrestler or the kind of body of work that he's doing. They're doing this because they're salty as fuck, and there's some petty queens.
Yep, but we'll talk about Survivor Series in the next podcast because yeah, we're gonna have to. Hopefully, we can next week or whatever. All right. That being said, I am Africa once again. You know, aka Wild Fang. Gus is there, chewing his butthole, and these are my guests here. Go ahead, Gus. Stop it.
I am India.
Thank you. And
I believe you mean to do that.
That being said, it's Wild Fang signing out. Catch you guys later in the next podcast.
And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. There it is. We are going to do Sting. Yeah. There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.